Tonight, new recommendations on ways to fight America's obesity problem, and they're bound to cause some controversy. A government advisory committee says putting a tax on sugary treats could make a difference, and that's not the only advice. Dr. Mallika Marshall is here, and it sounds like this is going to get people talking in a controversial way.
It's going to get people's attention, but I think there's a lot of merit to it. But the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee is made up of 14 health experts. Today, they released a report on how the U.S. government should tackle the nation's obesity problem. They only make recommendations. They don't make policy. They say we should consume no more than 10% of our daily calories from refined sugar. And one suggestion was to tax foods and drinks that are high in sugar. I spoke to the chairperson of the committee at her home in Westwood by phone.
We discuss examples of different strategies from consumer education to, counseling to also the potential for taxation, which has been used as a strategy for not simply sugar consumption, but in countries around the world for directing food choices and food purchasing activities of consumers.
All right, other notable recommendations: eat less red and processed meats, and an emphasis on sustainability, like eating farm-raised fish. As it stands now, David, 70% of adults and a third of all kids are still overweight or obese in this country. So something has to change.
It's a staggering number. So we're talking about an advisory committee. We're talking about recommendations. Not all recommendations in life carry the same weight. How much weight is behind what this panel says?
Well, this is a very impressive panel, and the government has asked them to come up with these recommendations. It's a very comprehensive report with lots of suggestions. Taxing sugary sweets and treats is just one of those possible suggestions, but I think she says this is a real opportunity to do some good and to make a dent in this problem, because it's not getting a lot better.
And if we don't like a tax on it, what do? Throw M&Ms into the Boston Harbor this time around? Change it up a little bit?
Perhaps, whatever it takes to make us lose weight, right?
Thank you, Doctor.